My name is Motoa from Grace Impact Center. I'm speaking about sex matters. Sex is one topic or one area where people have actually misrepresented facts. Why? Because of the nature of this particular topic is quite emotive, and because also of the nature of the fallen human nature, and this can actually be taken advantage of. And even the other schools of thoughts about sexuality issues that have misinformed couples whenever they get into marriage about sexuality. Even experiences that we have had with sexuality or with issues of sex may as well create a wrong concept about sexuality or sex matter. So when we go to the Bible, we are able to purify these motives. We are able to sanctify the whole issue of sexuality. That anytime we practice sex as couples in marriage, because it's supposed to be expressed in a marriage environment where a couple, a husband and a wife, male and a female, have consented together to come to a marriage union. And so sex now becomes one of the means to express their intimacy. Sex is a byproduct of an intimate relationship. And where it is practiced without intimacy, then it becomes a rape or just mere duty. Because I'm married to you and we were told that my body doesn't belong to you and to me, then I just do it. Or maybe even to guard you from you going outside there. It is not done out of intimacy. That way, it is not enjoyed. So sex is supposed to be done out of intimacy. So the most important thing is for a couple is to make sure that they cultivate intimacy even before they do the act of sex. Because when you just do it, as I said, it will be mere duty to each other in our marriage. But if we cultivate that relationship, even when we do it, we'll not even realize, because it will be like a climax, and that climax can happen anywhere. Of course, you know that human beings have also self-control. Like cats, you don't do it anywhere. It's very hard to find cats having sex. Very hard. If you've ever seen cats having sex, I'll give you 1,000 Kenya shillings. It's very difficult. So, in as much as we are sexual beings, and God created us with that innate desire to have sex with the right person, then there is also the issue of self-control. Then we don't do it anyhow. But what I'm saying is that sex, or the act of sex, is supposed to be a climax of an intimate relationship that you have cultivated with your wife, and so you express it in that manner. Matthew chapter 7, Jesus talked about those preachers who preached, healed the sick, and then in the last days, they'll be rejected. The word Jesus uses there, that I never knew you, you workers of wickedness, it is the Greek word ginoskos, which means you are so intimate with someone, and in that process, there is also exchange of nature, transfer of life, the DNA transfer. So sex should be a place where we transfer nature, we transfer values, we transfer assurance, we transfer certain spiritual characteristics as a couple and as a wife as you do it. It's not just an activity of just enjoying the other partner, but it is an expression of deep covenantal relationship, covenantal values. When you're having sex with your wife or your husband, you're just declaring and saying, I can trust you, you can trust me. I can trust you with my body, I can trust you with your body. I can trust you with my life. I entrust my life. I take responsibility for the outcome of this. In case there's a baby going to be born, I take full responsibility. And that can only happen in a marriage context or in a marriage situation. And therefore, sex is also made and born. Made because we need to be creative. We need to have that creativity, It's good to think of how to create, creative ways without violating the biblical principles of righteousness and purity, because we need also to observe purity in marriage when it comes to issues of sex. I don't believe oral sex is biblical or anal sex, but it should be within the boundaries that are prescribed by God. God created a woman with her anatomy that way, and the man with the anatomy, and those anatomy must be directed to the right place. And so that, the issue of sex can also be exercised within purity, within the parameters of purity as believers, so that your conscience is not condemning you. Watching pornography so that you can get ideas is not also right. Things like masturbation, they actually defile. Text sexing or imagination, where we call becoming, imagining yourself with someone else other than your wife. All those things are just defilers of the marriage bed. And we need to observe purity within this context of marriage, while at the same time, we enjoy it fully. So let's come up with creativity within the parameters of pure sexual life, because there are many ways to do it. You can share with the couples, and even the other things that are already innate in you, that are already put in you by God. Sex is also innate, because God, created you with that drive. If you didn't have that drive, then you need doctors to induce you, like horses. They use kukumanga just because they are not sexually active, that active. So vets people, they use, kukumanga just to induce or to encourage horses to have sex. And for us, for human, it is inborn. And apart from, unless there are other factors that may be contributing to dysfunctionality in the sexual activity, if you take care of your health and all other things, and in case you don't have an ailment that is affecting your sexuality, it's supposed to be a natural drive within you to be expressed to your wife or your husband in a marriage context. So God bless you so much as you enjoy sex. And it's good sometimes also to take sex holidays and just go there and have fun and enjoy yourself. God bless you.